Hi Leo, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is December 29th, 2019. This is a general love reading for the first half of January for the sign of Leo. Because it's a general love reading, it can pertain to any kind of relationship, situation, or circumstance that you're dealing with. As always, take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Be flexible with the energy. Do not be concerned about the gender of the cards or the pronouns that I'm using to describe them. Also, you might be feeling that I'm reading for you, but you could also feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. And you can mix and match the characters within the reading. You might be represented by anybody that shows up in the cards. So again, don't try to make the reading fit. You'll know if it's resonating. My intention is to reach as many people as possible who need the message the most and who will benefit the most from the message. So Leo, with just a handful of days left of 2019, I hope your holiday season has been going well. I hope you're enjoying the end of 2019 and looking forward to 2020, as I am. I want to give your deck a couple more shuffles here, and then we'll get started. For Leo, first half of January, general love reading. All right, here we go. So in your underlying energy, we're going to start with the Ace of Cups, paired with the Star in reverse. The Ten of Wands in reverse. The Five of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Swords in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, Leo, so based on what I see right now, I think you're fighting the feeling of lost hope in regards to love. I think there's been stagnation, no movement. Maybe feeling a lack of control or loss of power in regards to a relationship, a connection, or making that connection, having the ability to do so. I think you've been trying to release feeling conflicted regarding this relationship. You have a King of Swords in reverse on the table. You might be clammed up about this, or kind of refusing to acknowledge it, or if you are talking about your frustration regarding this relationship, it's not very positive communication. And I don't feel a real positive energy on the table in regards to moving forward. Let's see what else we get for you, Leo. So clarifying the Ace of Cups, we have the Five of Swords again, this time in reverse. And we have the Page of Pentacles, clarifying the Star in reverse. The Three of Pentacles, clarifying the Ten of Wands. The King of Cups, clarifying the Five of Swords. the Six of Swords in reverse, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Magician in reverse, clarifying the King of Swords. The Empress in reverse, clarifying the Emperor in reverse. And the Eight of Swords in reverse, clarifying the Knight of Cups. So I do feel like, Leo, your energy is the King of Cups. I almost feel like you're fighting with yourself in regards to your emotions. In regards to a connection of some sort. You're definitely feeling stuck. I think you're feeling stuck with feeling like the situation has been manipulated or is out of your control because maybe someone else is calling the shots, or someone else has influenced the situation to keep it stagnant. There's a feeling of defeat surrounding a connection, which right now it feels like it's a romantic connection, but it could be something else. I feel like no one has stepped forward. This feels like a right now this doesn't feel like an established connection. I don't think anybody wants to make a move between you and this other person. But I think part of the problem is the situation's been manipulated. There's someone else possibly influencing, or some circumstances that are influencing the situation. And I feel like you're pretty pissed about this. You're angry or upset, or there's some kind of negative emotions surrounding this feeling of not having control or not being able to make a move. I don't know that I've ever had the Emperor and the Empress clarifying each other both in reverse. But these feel like the two energies that we're dealing with, and you choose your side. I'm going to call you the Emperor, King of Cups, because I've got the King of Cups on the table. And I feel like that this is the same energy. It just feels like no one stepped forward to make a move, to initiate, to nurture this relationship. Neither party wants to be responsible for taking that first step or establishing this relationship or making the first move. And again, I don't know if it's a first move. It doesn't feel like it's an established relationship. But neither party is accepting responsibility. I feel like you've been battling your emotions in regards to this relationship. And you want to stop working on this. You want to release yourself of this situation because it's going nowhere, it's stagnant. But you're still battling some emotions in regards to this connection or this person. There may be some kind of conflict or issue surrounding this connection or this relationship that's keeping it from getting off the ground. And I feel like the more you find out, or the more you learn, or the more you spend time working on this, thinking about it, the less hope you have, Leo. I was hoping for a positive reading this morning. It's okay, it's going to turn positive. You know, all the readings lately, I would have to say for the past 2 or 3 months, with the exception of a handful, have been challenging in the love and emotions department. In that category, there's not much going on for anybody, apparently, all around the world. According to my readings, I know I'm not reading for everybody around the world, but I'm just saying, if you're dealing with this shit, Leo, you're not alone. Just being honest with you. Let's see what else we get for you, Leo. So clarifying the Ace of Cups, we have the Six of Cups. This is a relationship that is significant. This could be somebody that's come back into your life. This could be a soulmate connection, and that's probably why you're having a hard time releasing it or letting it go, or just having a hard time not thinking about it. Six of Swords. I think that you would like to move away from the idea that you don't have hope for this. Maybe you are still, there's part of you hanging on to a little bit of hope in regards to this connection. We have the King of Wands. Three of Pentacles again. Ace of Wands in reverse. Death in reverse, clarifying the King of Swords. The Eight of Wands, clarifying the Emperor and the Empress. And the Eight of Pentacles, clarifying the Knight of Cups. So I feel like now the King of Wands showed up with the King of Cups in this same set of cards, and I do feel like it's the same energy. I do feel like this is you again, Leo. I do feel like you've been working through some things, and I feel like it's been all about your emotions, working through some emotional issues that you might be experiencing in connection to this relationship. Three of Pentacles. I do feel like you've been working on this, but it hasn't been maybe moving at the pace that you would like. More than anything, there's this feeling that there's these conflicting emotions, and you're not in the right headspace. You're not in the right headspace to either pursue this relationship or get it going, or you're just not frankly, you're not able to manifest it into your life because your head is not in the right place. You're not thinking positively about it. That's what I'm getting. And what's happening is the more time that passes, because I do feel like a lot of time has passed. I feel like you've been working on this for quite some time. The more time that passes and the more that you feel stuck and the more that you feel that there's no movement in regards to this connection, the more you feel like it's slipping out of your hands. It's getting away from you. But there's something here about the situation being controlled by possibly some other external force, or somebody else is calling the shots, or somebody else is controlling something in this situation that's keeping things from moving forward. This could be potentially, this King of Swords could be potentially somebody else who's who is not a positive influence. Maybe the one who is causing you to feel like you're not headed in the right direction, or you're losing hope in this situation. Something about what this person is saying or doing, and this could be you. This could represent the way you're thinking about the situation, that there's just too much negative thought to get this going, to get this off the ground. And it's really what's keeping things on hold right now. There may have been communication between you and this person that you're dealing with, this Empress energy. I don't feel like she's putting a lot of effort into this connection as well. She might feel like there's nothing there. The Empress in reverse can indicate, what's the word I'm trying? Barrenness, emptiness. Again, a lack of nurturing. There's just not, the love isn't there, or the connection's not there, or there's not enough energy being put into the relationship, or not enough effort. It feels like there's been communication between you and this other person, with the Eight of Wands showing up. Maybe this is potentially indicating that there will be communication in the future, because I feel like you are lacking hope but want hope. You may want to connect with this person so that you can communicate your frustrations and maybe get this person's side of the story, how they're feeling about things, because you want to release yourself from feeling like you can't move towards this, move towards making this work, this love connection. And I think communication, based on what I'm seeing in this set of cards, might be the key. And it usually is, right, Leo? I think I've said that about 1,000 times. Maybe not 1,000. I've only had my channel since July, so it definitely hasn't been 1,000, but I've said it a lot. And if there's lack of communication, things are going to go nowhere. Right, Leo? But again, I don't feel like you're necessarily in the right headspace to do that communication, because there's this sense that you have a lack of hope. Now, this connection's significant and it's important to you. And I think that's, again, part of the reason why you're struggling so bad is because you can't let this go, because this is a Six of Cups relationship. This is a Six of Cups connection. This person is, if this person is not somebody who's been in your life in the past and is coming back into your life, in other words, it's already been an established relationship that you want to get going again or rekindle the connection, then it's something brand new, but it's also something that is significant in your life. Soulmate material, someone who's meant to be in your life, because you have work to do in this 3D existence with this person. And you're struggling with releasing this because your gut is telling you you shouldn't do that. And so you're dealing with some internal conflict, possibly some anxiety, and it just feels like it's not going away for you. I don't know that you've wished this away or not. I think part of me says based on what I'm seeing, the cards, that you probably have been trying to move away from this, thinking that, you know what, too much time has passed, there's no hope for this. The more I learn, the more I realize that it's not going anywhere, and I need to move on from this. But there's a reason, Leo, why you're clinging to the potential of this relationship or this connection. Because it's a Six of Cups connection. And Spirit doesn't want you to let it go. Spirit wants you to hang on to it. Now, it might be, like I said, challenging right now, but that could also be part of the lesson that you two are learning together. This person's in your life because you have things to deal with in relation to how you're feeling in regards to this relationship. That you have to work through some things. Let's get some more cards out here. So we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. High Priestess in reverse. And the King of Cups, by the way, is on the bottom of the deck again. Four of Swords. Temperance in reverse. Two of Wands. Empress again in reverse. The Knight of Cups in the same set of cards with the Knight of Cups, clarifying the Empress in reverse. And the Star in the upright position, clarifying the Eight of Swords. So it's possible you might be feeling that this person that you're dealing with, this Empress in reverse, is the person who is controlling the situation, is the one who is causing this situation to be stagnant, no movement forward. Maybe this person's lack of energy put into this relationship or communication has you feeling that you're losing hope. You know, honestly, Leo, the cards are taking a little bit of a turn. In the positive direction. Let me get this last set out. You may have been trying to convince yourself that this wasn't going to work, and something tells me that the individual you're dealing with is influencing you to maybe hang on to this situation. I know what I just said, and it's totally contradicting what I'm saying now, but I'm looking at this last set of cards. There's something in this about working on this offer or working towards moving in the right direction in regards to this relationship, that if you work on it, if you communicate, that you'll be released from this lack of hope. Let's get this last set of cards out here, and then we'll look at it a little bit more closely, Leo. Okay, clarifying your underlying energy. We have, again, stagnation, Chariot in reverse, no movement forward, but the hope is there the potential exists. There's just no movement. 10 of Swords in reverse. Justice in reverse. 7 of Swords in reverse. 7 of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Page of Wands. And the 9 of Pentacles. So this last set of cards is really positive. And as I sweep through laying cards down, again, there's reinforcement indicating that you're frustrated with feeling stuck, feeling like you don't have any option but to feel stuck, and feel like while you're stuck, while you're in this stagnation, this opportunity is slipping away. And there's confusion surrounding how you're feeling in regards to this connection because something is telling you that if you're patient and if you change your perspective, that things might turn around. Neither party is accepting responsibility, and that's where the failure has occurred. That's where both parties have dropped the ball. So you're not in this alone, Leo. Whoever this Empress is to you, she's to blame too. So I'm laying the blame on both parties. But the potential is there if there's communication. Both of you have failed to take responsibility and nurture this relationship, and that's really what's keeping it from moving forward. If there's communication, you can get this off the ground. So this last set of cards, it is possible that you two are both very independent energies. And maybe you both have been single for a while. I have a feeling, though, that there's been resistance to this relationship because of that energy. At the same time, it's what is bringing you two together. Because you're both like-minded. I feel, too, that you both have similar work ethics, similar ideas in your head about where you want to go with this relationship. And this is what's keeping you holding on to this relationship, is that there's this feeling that you're both resistant to it. At the same time, it might be just exactly what you both need. And it's just a matter of communication. See, there's this imbalance, this conflict, this mental anxiety I think that you might be dealing with, that that this is going nowhere, but it is offset by this hope that there is something there, that there is something worth fighting for. Because There just is. This is if you're watching this video to figure out, Leo, if this relationship is worthwhile pursuing and worthwhile hanging on to, and worth the mental anguish that you're obviously dealing with, the cards are saying yes. The cards are saying this relationship is meant to be. You are meant to have a relationship with this person. So I think, honestly, Leo, you're fooling yourself and thinking that you can get away with turning off your emotions. And that's why you're feeling imbalanced. That's why you're feeling a little off. Maybe you're feeling angry, anxious, frustrated, maybe even a little depressed. And the reason why I think you're feeling that way and you're struggling so hard to work on these feelings and feel better about yourself and about the situation is because you're fighting a losing battle. In other words, you're trying to convince yourself that this is something that you need to... Where's my Six of Swords? Well, I have Six of Swords. I thought I had one upright too. Oh yeah. You're fighting this desire to move away from the situation, to leave it behind. But you're stuck with it because it's not meant for you to leave behind. You're not supposed to leave it behind. Sorry, Leo. You're stuck. There's, I don't know who's going to make the move or who's going to communicate first or who's going to get off their ass and decide to, be the ballsy one and do this. You or this Empress, but someone's got to have to make the effort here. Someone's going to have to take that first step because it's meant to be, and Spirit wants you to have this relationship. You've been working so hard to relieve this burden. I believe you've actually made a significant effort, and you feel that because it hasn't transpired the way you thought it would, or you haven't been able to stop thinking about this person, or you haven't been able to move on from this relationship. I'm not going to take that one. Did you feel like it's unjust because you've really been putting in the time and the effort to try to get this person out of your head, get this relationship out of your head, move on from this, but it's all for naught because Spirit's telling you that you're not going anywhere. This is here to stay because it's meant to be. And I have a feeling that's more good news than bad news, Leo. So I take it back. You may be struggling with this right now, and this may feel harsh to you, and hard, and difficult, and challenging, and you're not in a place where you want to be right now, but that's because you're not supposed to let this go. So if you're watching this video because you want to see how you're doing as far as walking away from this, leaving this behind, being able to move on. Sorry to give you the bad news, Leo, but it looks like your troubles aren't going anywhere because this person is not going anywhere. And I have a feeling that this person is dealing with the same stuff you are. Her energy is only represented with the Empress in reverse. Again, I think she's trying to keep from nurturing this relationship herself because maybe she's frustrated with the lack of movement, stagnation, but you're both making a mistake. And I think this manipulation, I don't think this is an outside party anymore. I think this is you and this person manipulating the situation when you should just allow it to happen because that's what Spirit wants you to do. And I'm not trying to give you false hope and saying, I'm just reading the cards. So whoever's resonating with this reading, you're going to know who you are if it's resonating for you. And I'm not sitting here trying to tell you what to do or how to move forward in regards to the situation. I'm just telling you what I see in the cards, that you're trying to let something go that shouldn't be let go. That's all. Leo. Okay, Spirit, let's get a dreams of, well, just as I said that, this one popped out. The 9 of Fire, 9 of Wands. I think this is going to be very appropriate for this reading to finish it off. I think you're going to enjoy this, Leo. It's a very sexy card. Now, the 9 of Fire is the 9 of Wands in the traditional tarot. And the 9 of Wands is all about the wounded warrior fighting till his last breath, working hard, trying again when he fails, continuing to move forward despite the trials and tribulations, despite the obstacles. Of course, these Dreams of Gaia cards tend to have some different meanings, so I'll read this out of the book and we'll see how it applies for you. All right, Leo, here we go. The 9 of Fire symbolizes attainment and the ease that comes with knowing what to do with the knowledge and practical skills earned through study, hard work, and dedication. It symbolizes fruition and putting knowledge and learning into practice. It is about having found and putting to use mental and physical processes that work for you. The process used is executed with ease, and as a result, you create or fulfill your role with the same ease. This is an affirming card that symbolizes moving through life with confidence. The person it illustrates does what they do well and without seeking glory or validation. They do not seek praise or affirmation. They perform the task before them and do it well because they know and understand their craft. They do it to the best of their ability because they have pride in what they do, and when a task is complete, they do not weigh it down with expectation. They detach and move on to the next task because it too deserves all of their care and attention. This card also reminds us that ease is not necessarily about life being easy, but about discovering that we can make a choice to not make life complicated. By keeping it simple, you move through your day with ease. Obstacles no longer cause hours of fear and fretting. Instead, you simply work to overcome them. You learn, you grow in experience, and then move on to the next moment. When you are confident and have attained a certain level of knowledge and skill, you begin to move through life with more ease. You learn how to perform tasks in a manner that is less complicated for you. You begin to recognize what works for you and what does not. You attain a certain level of grounded and practical awareness that enables you to bring projects to fruition in the same amount of care but less effort. There you go, Leo. You're fighting something that is meant to be. You keep fighting this. You're battling this idea that this relationship's not meant to be, that it's not for you, that it's going nowhere. But then there's a stagnation. Time is passing. It's slipping through your hands. But this card to me is indicating, the positive cards that are on the table, that this love is going nowhere. And it would be very easy for you to work it into your life if you just accept that not only is it there and it's not going anywhere, but there's a significant amount of hope. And all you need to do is release yourself from this idea that it's not meant for you. And this Emperor and Empress, whoever this person is to you, both of you are guilty of doubting this connection. So Leo, I'm not going to tell you what to do. The cards didn't really tell you what to do, other than telling you to allow this into your life because it's meant to be. Allow the ease to come back into your life. Stop fighting it. Stop struggling. Stop trying to make it not fit, because if it's meant to be, it's going to come into your life. I do believe that's what this card is saying. So anyway, Leo, I'm going to leave that here. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that you got something out of it. I wish you all the best in this situation. Thank you for watching, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye.